I'm going to give a quick demonstration on how to use the snipping tool or take screenshots that can go into Word or PowerPoint. Sorry, I have a cold. So we start off in the search button here. We can just start snip and it should show up. You can use two. There's snip and sketch or there's snipping tool. I usually use a snipping tool. So we'll do a new picture and I do a respirator photo, keep with the theme of respirators. So if I'm going to describe how to put on a respirator, I still need to write out the text on how to do it. Obviously, because people might not know what they're looking at with the picture. Like this should be fairly straightforward, this picture, but even then it's like, well, how do you know where it is on the notes? So you can write that step out. Obviously, making written description of a picture, I don't know what you're going to see in the photo. What you see is different than what I see. So that's the assignment, is writing it out. But having photos can definitely clarify what you're talking about instead of, I don't know. So this is for respirator 2, a second photo we have on here. So if you look, where is this going? So some people like to save this in their picture drive. I like to do it on the desktop when I'm doing a project, just so it's easy to transfer into the PowerPoint, or it's easier to transfer into the Word document. And then at the end of it, I can just delete it and then it's gone. I don't need memories of that. When I worked, I did like keeping the photos because I somehow, the moment you go to delete something and you come back that you needed it later. So we'll go see where this is. So I named it Respiratory 2. So we have our picture here showing up. What I recommend too is if there's kind of some overlapping or the picture doesn't look how you like, you can go into Paint, then go File, Open. Respirator 2 is what we're talking about. And then you can like crop or resize it. You can get rid of stuff like you don't want that step. You can get rid of him. So there's a bunch of different things you can do. There's definitely other better programs than Paint, but almost everybody has Paint on their computer, so that's something that you can do. Definitely for PowerPoint, I found sometimes pictures that would have a picture from the shop floor would have something in it that didn't distracted, so it was a good idea to like crop it or edit it so that people didn't see unrelated things to what you were trying to show them, right? Tell them that story. Anyway, so we have this and we have the picture there. So we open up our Word document, shrink it down, and then we just can slide it on over. So it's here. Then you can resize it because it'll be usually quite big, the photos, and then you can change the aspect. So you can make it like 15%, and that's pretty small, maybe too small. And then maybe you want it 25%. And then when you're writing up your presentation, if you're saying like what the steps are for putting on a respirator and why we need a respirator for handling the chemicals that we're handling, then you can write it out underneath. So kind of adding the photo isn't required, but obviously like thinking of your reader, maybe they don't know how to put on a respirator. So showing a photo of it is a lot more concise than writing an essay, right, on a kind of a simple step, like including the photo and then also having a write-up might make it concise and makes it look fairly professional as well. So the other thing as we'll go to is, what if we have a YouTube video that we want to take photos of?
A portion of this video was sponsored by Salesforce.
So I explain the ergonomics of bowling. You can hit stop, and then we go back to our snipping tool, which will be on the bottom if we haven't closed it. Or again, we can go back here, type in snip. I don't use very many programs on my computer, so often when you open it, it will still be there. Then you can just go like with the snip, snipping, new, and then that's what we want to take a photo of. And then file, save as, making sure it's on the desktop. And then that's there. And we can shrink this down. We see bowling 2 here, and then we can transfer it into the Word document, right? So, and then we see the photo is way too big. So then we have to size and format this. So usually 25%. And then you can stretch it and make it fit however you'd like the text, and then modifying your text so you can switch where you want the photos in here using these indentation rules, or paragraph rules can move the photo around and where you want it in alignment with the rest of your text. Thanks.